Hello everybody. Let me see if everything is working. Yeah, audio is working. Yeah, looking good. Okay, so I'm very excited today because there's a lot of good things happening. And I'm gonna turn on my candle. I have this beautiful candle that a friend gave me. And it is amazing. It's an amazing candle. It smells really good. She makes candles herself. She makes candles and they're very healthy candles. I put the match in the eyes so it won't burn. Awesome. So let me see if I can get a split view with this app on. I should be able. Oh, not supported. Dang it. That's not cool. Well, I will have to... Let me see with the other app. I have another app. Maybe that will allow me to do split view, even though it's not. Okay, so apps don't allow for split views. Yeah, I think the other app is way better. This one is kind of like, it's good enough, but kind of confusing, the lights and shadows. And I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. So, let's say hello to everybody. I'm very excited because I'm burning a candle and it smells so good in here. And it creates a little bit of warmth too for me. Welcome to my art studio. Okay, somebody else is here with me. Now I can see the views. Oh, and two people are connected, and I am one of them. there's somebody else connected. So if you want to pick the music, let me know. I'm gonna play some music on my Sonos system because it sounds amazing. And I'm gonna try to not get any music strikes. Although it's hard because I look for live streaming safe Spotify playlists, and apparently they still have some songs that are not allowed. And it's not a big deal because YouTube can silence that space in the video. But it will give you a warning and it will let you know that, hey, you cannot monetize the video. So who cares? So let me go to Spotify and find a new playlist. Let's see what we have here. Let me see. YouTube save playlists for live streaming. Maybe that's too long, but we'll see. Streaming music that's safe. Game streaming music. Live stream playlist. Let's see that one. Looks cute. It says radio. I don't want radio. This is for gaming. Not bad. My chair is always escaping me. It is good. It's not the most exciting music in the world, but it's good enough. Why am I not seeing the chat in here? Control panel. Right, chat. Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the laptop, although it's far away from me, because I'm gonna be using an application in my iPad and it doesn't allow me for having the split view. So I need to work with what I got today. But I want to do progress. I want to get some progress here with the echo chain. And for that I need to look at this app. It has a 3D model. It's pretty good. Pretty good model for sure. And I already can see the stuff that I couldn't see before. I don't know why these songs they get shortened, you know, it's weird. It's like, why is the song cut off? And unless it's like they're giving me samples, but that's weird. It's very strange. So pretty much I'm fixing the humerus here, the bone one. And it's funny because I'm telling you, when you try to figure out something three-dimensional based on books, good luck with that. Especially organic shapes that they're all over the place. You need three-dimensional things and move them around in order to get an idea of what am I building here. Pretty cool stuff. But it's great. It's great to have the experience. And today I'm in a very happy mood because a bunch of good things are happening and I'm just going with the flow. I'm being like, okay, let's try this other thing, because I have a bunch of ideas, but I always enjoy doing things with other people. That's where I thrive. It's like, I love working with other people, and I was having all these ideas and thinking, okay, who would like to do this with me? And apparently I people to do these great ideas that I have. So I'm like, oh, now this is cool. And I have so many things going on, but my progress, even though it's little steps and small steps, it is gonna compile. It's gonna compound over time, and at the end of the year, I'm gonna have a bunch of progress and a lot of foundational stuff done. So I'm excited about it. Yeah. So if you have any questions about what's going on, why is it so exciting? Woo, so many things that are going on in my life. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to people and be like bold and ask them, do you wanna do this? And believe me, this is gonna be great for you and for me. So I started a bunch of things and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Let's try them all and see how it develops. And I'm very, very happy with the results so far. And I know that this, like, at the beginning of any project, you know, is the best moment because the possibilities are unlimited. And then when you start narrowing things and applying and implementing, then it's like, oh my God, it's turning into something different from what I envisioned, or something less perfect than the original vision. But I don't care. I just want to get something done, try it, test it, and see where it's going to take me. And I'm very, very excited. Very excited. So today I'm doing an AI mastery, and we only have like two weeks left, and they're going to deliver awards for the students, and people are supposed to submit in different categories. And I was like, I don't know if I want to submit something on my own. I was like, I don't know, like, I don't want to go through that trouble. But then somebody in the group, our micro study group, suggested, why don't we do like a group project to submit in the group category? And I'm sure that, you know, group category is going to be the least used one. I would be surprised if there's more people submitting in that category. So I was like, oh, that's a brilliant idea, because first, not all the weight of the project is gonna fall on my shoulders. I won't have to figure out everything. And then, you know, when you have multiple people with different skills, things move forward pretty fast. And I love collaborating and working with others. So it's like, it's a dream come true. I love working with people. And at least 5 of us were like, yes, let's do this. And we don't have much time left. So I came up with an idea of why don't we build this? And they were like, oh my God, yes, that's cool, that's brilliant. And we're gonna start right away, because we're not trying to figure out an idea for everybody. It's like, let's do this. And it's a meta idea. So I was like, oh man, I'm good with creativity, like coming up with ideas. And then I said to them, hey, just you guys build it. I'm gonna help with, you know, finding information and simplifying the workflow, but I'm not the builder here. I'm gonna delegate it to the people that actually enjoy building. I'm more of a concept person. And oh wow, I mean, I'm excited. And I have another project with another person that he is on board, and he said, let's do this, let's start it. And I'm so thrilled that finally I can get these ideas out of my head with other people, and it doesn't depend on me solely. And the other amazing thing is that I had this desire to start another video channel in YouTube, playing Beat Saber, but I wanted to bring it to something that I haven't seen much online. There's some people that they do it, but I want to bring my own approach to it, because everybody has their different skills. So I was like, okay, I want to do that, and it's for the sake of having fun. To be honest, it's for me to have fun. But the thing that was getting in the way, at least for me, was the tech. Like, to set it up is kind of tech intensive, and I was procrastinating because like, oh my god, how can I do this? It's too much work. It's like, and I was getting overwhelmed because of previous programming and patterns in the past with me. And then I had a session with Ivan, which he's the best. And I was like, Ivan, this is the thing that I need you to help me with, because I know what I want, but my body is not aligned with it. Like my unconscious mind is just defiant and rebelling, and it doesn't want to do it. And we did a session and we cleared it out, and it was like some experience in childhood getting in the way. And then we were like, okay, we need to update your childhood part of you and do the process. And after that I was like, okay, I found peace, I can do this. And I've been using AI, of course. I've been using AI, and so far amazing. It really gets you forward. I'm not saying that it doesn't make mistakes, but some AIs are better than others, and you need to understand what they are good for. Some AIs are good for some things and others for others. And I was like, okay, let's test it. And I tested it. I was using Perplexity for figuring out the tech, and so far Perplexity is amazing for that. So I was like, okay, sold. I like Perplexity. So I separated Perplexity for everything tech involved. And it's kind of like my IT guy, and it does an incredible job. I love Perplexity, way better than ChatGPT on that sense. And then ChatGPT is more about the therapist, the thinking partner, the one that knows you, and it has its purpose and value. I'm not saying no, but you need to know which AI to use when. And then we reached the end of my AI mastery, and we're gonna close it in a high note, creating a group project, which I love. I want to manifest the manifesting mastery in my body. So if we win, that's what I want. I want to go to manifesting mastery, and I will be sad. I will be like, dang it, yes, yes, yes. I think the idea that I had is pretty good. I think it's a money idea, and everybody was like, oh my god, this is like the best useful tool ever. I'm like, hell yeah. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna monetize it. I don't know how we're gonna split the money or whatever, but it's gonna be amazing. I think it's a great product to test the waters and get it out there, you know, and to test the monetizing of AI. Because yeah, you can monetize AI if you build something that works. It's just a matter of there is a need for it, and we were like, oh yes, there is a need for this. Like we know that there's a need for this. And it's funny because it just occurred to me, you know, and everybody in the room is like, let's do a project together. And I'm like, what if we do this? And this is the product. And they were like, oh my god, that's brilliant. I'm like, yes, I'm great with ideas, I know. So I'm excited. I'm gonna be helping around and trying to do my best to be a support agent in the team effort. But I'm so happy that they took the initiative of saying, hey, why don't we do a group project together? Like that's gonna help tremendously and close the AI mastery on a high note, which I love. So then I've been doing my research for the Beat Saber stuff, and so far apparently I have all the tech to start, and I don't need to invest a lot of money, which is great because I didn't want to invest a ton of money. I'm gonna start simple, and then if I need more, I will think about improving. I mean, I already have the technology, it's just more the location. I want to do Beat Saber in my art studio. Because I won't be bothering anybody, you know, it's my space and I manage it, and I don't have to worry about people getting in the way or bothering somebody that is working. My computer is in my office. I would love to move to another space in the house for my office because it is annoying. We get in the way for each other. My husband and I were like having meetings at the same time, and it's just annoying. I would like to move my computer to another place in the house, but right now it's not a possibility. So I was thinking, okay, do Beat Saber here in your art studio. You have the space. You just need to, have the right computer, connect the right cables, and you will be able to pull it off. Yeah. I have 3 views. I wonder who's the third person. Say hello in the chat so I know that you're there. Because right now I see that there are people viewing, but I don't see who is viewing. So I'm excited about the whole Beat Saber thing and building that channel. And then I talked to another friend that he's in Switzerland, and I said, I see that you have the same interest as I do with the social media stuff, the YouTube stuff. And I asked him, do you wanna collaborate on this idea I have for a channel? And I told him, this is the idea, and I only want one partner, and I'm good to split the money half, because I know that on my own I would never do it, but if I do with somebody else, I will put the time and the effort. And he's like, yes, I'm in, let's do this. So I'm excited because I also have that project in my hands. So yeah, I'm diversifying because I want to try all the things that I find interesting and see how they feel. I think it's gonna be super cool to have all these mini projects, but using AI to make my life easy. Because in the past, when you wanted to do anything tech, it was such a suffering. But now with AI, it's like, okay, tell me what I need to do, and it will look at the specs and requirements and give you like a step-by-step guidance. And I'm like, great, now there's no barriers between my idea and the tech because AI can get it all done. So I'm excited. My investment of time and effort and money on that course, that AI mastery, pay off tremendously. So it's like, yes, that was a good idea, really good idea. I love it. If anyone, no, people are viewing but they're not talking. Okay, you want to be quiet? That's good. I'm gonna continue talking, sharing all the stuff that is going on with my life, because when good stuff happens, you want to share it. Oh, and I started my own little mastermind group with other artists, where we're gonna use this year to get ourselves from not knowing and lack of clarity on what we want to do to full picture of what we want to do, full implementation, and getting results. So I'm also learning that. I'm working with a guy that he's brilliant, and I'm testing the waters to see if that community is something that can be created and it will help people, but also it will monetize, because this guy, he wants to build that community. And I told him, okay, let me try it. Let me build something with my friends, and we'll learn along the way, and we'll let you know if this is something that is useful or not. So I'm kind of trying my mini community to validate his own idea of what he's building. And he has been so gracious, giving me a lot of time and attention of his personal time, training me, coaching me, explaining to me these concepts that they are so foreign. It's like, my God, I never look at life from that point of view, but it is very useful. A lot of clarity. So I'm learning to think for the first time in my life. So yeah. And then I have another idea. I want to test the grounds. I asked a couple of friends if they want to do Qigong with me, and I'm going to be the instructor of Qigong, to see if it is something that they see value, if how much they would pay for, the outcome. And we're going to test it and try and see, okay, if this is something that I should pursue more, or keep it low-key, or keep it only friends, or is something that I can build a business around it. So I personally enjoy teaching qigong because my approach is fun. I like to make it very fun for people, and I have little tricks and tips for getting them to feel the energy. So I think that's my approach is kind of modern, and it's for people that are young and they want to experience something without spending 1,000 years working hard on it. There's a value on spending the time and developing, the skills and the patience and all the stuff. But these days, people they are so stressed that they need to have the most amount of release in the least amount of time, and leave the place living calm, happy, energized, but serene and happy with themselves. So that is my idea, is to make it so much fun that they're gonna be like, oh my god, qigong is actually cool. And the reason I want to test it with friends is because I have approached different spaces, but they want me to rent it, right? They want me to rent it, or they want to see before ahead of time if there's an interest for it. And I'm like, no, give it a try. Like, I don't like doing all that research. It's like, allow people to come and try it and see the benefits and understand it, and then they can decide if it's something that they want, with continuity. So that's the that's the idea of what I wanted to do. So I have many things on my plate and it looks overwhelming, but with the help of AI, it's really not that bad. Really not that bad. I'm not saying that I'm not receiving tons of help from a lot of teachers, because that's the truth. The human interaction is irreplaceable. But when I get stuck with the little stuff that used to get me frustrated, now AI is like, oh no, don't worry. Let's simplify it. Let's do this instead, or let's do it. And it's not that hard. It's just a mental blockage of, oh my god, now I need to learn all this stuff. No, you don't need to learn it. You just delegate it, and as long as it's not super complicated stuff, AI is capable of helping you. It is. Yeah, that's true. And I used to be very let me see if somebody wrote to me. No. Oh, 4 views. And I used to be very resistant and skeptical with AI answers, because I was getting like these terrible generic answers. But now that I've been taught how to put guardrails and what instructions and what things and what thinking models to use, and there are so many tools out there, it's like, oh my god, this is a game changer for productivity and efficiency and taking action. I have seen these guys creating business out of thin air just with AI. And I'm like, wow, it all started with a brilliant idea. Pretty much. It's like he has a good idea and AI was there to help him implement it in 24 hours. It's like, what? Something that would take you so long and so much money in the past, now you can test it in a day and see if it is a viable product in the market. To me, that is like, oh my god, I need to really update my mindset and embrace the new reality, because it is amazing. And of course, you need to have your own ethics and morals, very aligned with who you are. If you try to do this against your heart, it's not going to work. But AI also can keep track of your yes and no's, and it will give you the right advice, and then you can take it or leave it. But yeah, I mean, I use AI at this point. I use it for everything every day, and people are like, well, you're hurting the environment. And it's like, no, think about it. If let's say I'm using, I don't know, I'm getting 20 trees cut down every day. You can donate money to organizations. Literally, you can give $5 and they will plant 100 trees. I know that not all of them are going to grow up, but you got 100 trees trees out there, right? So if you feel that conscious about the impact of what you're doing, then do something about it. Take whatever money you're making out of this use of the tool to invest it in helping the planet, helping people, shaping the world. At the end of the day, with money, you can do anything to help people. Okay. I don't know if anybody wants to talk, but I see 4 views. Interesting. So that's one of my celebrations was that. The things that I'm gonna be accomplishing. Yesterday we had our first meeting with the girls. Not that we have anything against boys, but I just invited girls because boys are more about functionality, and maybe they're like, I don't see a clear idea of what you want to do, so they don't join. Well, girls are more supportive of, let's see how it goes. But I have a really strong group of powerful women, and that we decided that we're gonna take action this year, because nothing ever is gonna align and make your plans easy unless you do it yourself. And that's where we are, all of us. We had our first meeting yesterday and it went fantastic, because we were all in the same spot. It's like, yes, we need to start taking action. We need to start shifting the things. And they didn't have like a space to talk about the particularities of the struggle of an artist to create a business out of their art. And we don't only have, visual artists, we have filmmaking, and we have acting. And as far as I know, maybe we will have people that are not doing art, but they want to move forward in their goals this year. So that's going to be exciting to make it work for everybody. And I'm just following the system and trusting the system. It's like, yeah, we're going to trust the system. We're going to build a system for ourselves to help us make decisions with a sense of peace and clarity, instead of like feeling overwhelmed and stressed all the time. Like, how can I get to my goals? There's no space, there's no time, there's no opportunity. And now we allocated that time, like Sundays at 9 p.m. We're gonna meet 30 minutes. Of course, it went longer than 30 minutes because we're females and we're human beings. But the whole idea is that it can be done in small encounters of 30 minutes. And it was great, because at the beginning some people were reluctant of, what is this crazy lady trying to put together? And I'm like, trust me, it's gonna be great for you. You're gonna learn so much, and you're gonna feel so empowered to take small steps towards your goals, that even though you feel skeptical and your energy, your inner state is low, we're gonna shift that energy for you, because we are all in the same boat. So I'm excited that they show up. Definitely they show up. I still have a loose friend that she's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna continue convincing her, because I'm sure that I can help her. So I'm excited about that. Sorry if somebody's sending me messages through WhatsApp, I cannot see them because I'm using my phone as the camera. So if you want to chat with me or leave a comment, do it on YouTube. And supposedly, I should see comments from people. Supposedly. Let me see if the iPod. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see any comments, so I'm gonna continue looking at the app and trying to fix my egg shape. And then the other thing, I'm feeling very excited, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, this woman is gonna shut up. No, I feel like celebrating. Yeah. And sometimes when people celebrate, it gets catchy and other people start celebrating too. So I'm celebrating all the good stuff that is happening to me. I'm following this other program. I mean, I'm doing many classes, I'm not gonna lie. I love my classes, I love the people in the classes, and I feel like you need to always keep educating yourself and gathering and joining like-minded people that see and feel the world like you do, and always going upwards, right? Evolving. A lot of people feel stuck because they're hanging out with the wrong people. That's why. Um, and for me, I am part of the spiritual mastery, and we have been these exercises like meditations and specific energy exercises. And it is, those experiences are life changing because it really opens your mind and you realize of the things that don't serve you anymore, and you drop them in the spot, and then you feel like the weight is lighter on you. And one of the things that I was doing there is qigong. There's like a teacher that also teaches qigong more from a westernized perspective, and I went back to his quest in my body because I found people to do it with me. So when you have accountability and people to show up, we are capable of doing things. The problem is when you try to do it by yourself, and it's like, oh my god, I just cannot move myself to do it. So having people doing it with you is the solution for anything. If you want to get shredded, like my friend Tiffany says, you need to have other people that want to get shredded, or other people that are shredded, and do it with them. So that's what I've been doing, is like hanging out with the community and saying, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? So I'm doing a spiritual mastery, and we are practicing qigong, and we're practicing other things. And then there's the feng shui, which I love feng shui because it's kind of interior decoration with intention and purpose. And it's a little bit superstitious, but it's like a game too. It's kind of like I believe in magic type of thing, and it's okay. I don't mind it. So I've been doing that. It's so cool. I love feng shui. I love Marie Diamond, and I'm implementing it. I'm implementing every little tip, and surprisingly, I'm using AI for that, and it's being really helpful with the advice. So something that before it was like, oh, now I need to do the quest and I need to spend hours and hours going through the content. You just go to your chat GPT and you ask, take pictures of your environment, say, how can I fix this based on your archetype number and in your directions? And it goes like, oh, this is great, or Mira, make these little changes, or fix this, or improve that. And that takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. And then you can say, okay, find me products online that kind of fit what you're saying, or you can render an image inside of ChatGPT of what you would like to have, and then you can ask it to find a product similar to your image online, and go to deep research. Don't go to the recent outdated model. The 5.2 is crap. It's garbage. Go to the deep research with maybe a model that is like a 5 or a 4, and it will do a great job helping you with that. So I've been very, very happy with the results with AI. It's making my life so much easier and getting me to where I want to be in a year so much faster. So my goal for this year is to pretty much feng shui my entire house for everybody, for every member of my family. So their health and their success and their relationships and wisdom is doing great. And you might be like, how much? Why feng shui? Well, feng shui supposedly is like a third aspect of having your shit together, pretty much. Your outer world needs to influence your inner world. So when you take action and you declutter and you change things and you put items that inspire you in certain ways, your subconscious mind is absorbing those images and creating an identity, or creating a state, an inner state. Ergo, when you're in a good mood, then things happen to you. Good things happen to you, or you are a better person. I totally believe in that. So I do believe that that for me, my environment has a huge impact. If it is ugly and disorganized and it's chaotic and there's no harmony, I dissociate, I disengage, and it's like, oh. But then when I step into a place that's really well designed and it's perfect, my brain just goes like fireworks. It's like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I take those things really seriously, and I've been working on this stuff. I'm feeling very happy with the changes that I have been putting out there in my house. Right now I am doing decluttering I have purchased a couple things for my bathroom. I'm gonna be finishing my bathroom soon. I'm gonna be decluttering the walk-in closet, and I want to finish my main bedroom. The office is kind of important. My office needs a lot of work because I can see that when I have to sit on my computer, it is hard for me to go to the office because I find it disorganized and ugly and horrible. And I'm like, I don't want to go to that space. It overwhelms me because it reminds me of all the things that I need to get done. So I cannot focus on the computer. So the office is also like super important for me to get done so I can enjoy going to the office and working on my computer. Right now, I feel happy working here in my studio and in my bedroom. It's so beautiful. My bedroom is like my spiritual realm. It's aligned with all the feng shui recommendations. So it is perfect. It is perfect for my energy. And now the bathroom is doing better. It's doing better. So I already kind of fixed the main spaces for me. Those are fixed. In terms of energy, it's like, yeah, they are doing their job. They're doing the job they're supposed to be doing. Give me a second because I'm looking at this thing that I'm putting together here. Fixing the bones, looking at the 3D model. It definitely makes a difference. And I wanted to say thank you because these live streams, they are helping me so much to show up and work on my projects because they have a timeline that is not too terrible. It's an hour and a half or even less if I have any other things to do. And it takes a lot of pressure away because I know that I can only do a little bit at the time, but it also allows me to share and know that I'm not alone and that I have company and people are listening. So it really helps me to show up and work on my projects. So thank you for that. I'm looking forward to my other two channels. Actually, I want to put together three extra channels besides this one, and you're gonna be like, why so much? Well, because they're gonna have different things, and with anything in life, YouTube especially, you need to post regularly, consistently, at least minimum 2 to 3 years to start having views. There are ways to push it if you pay ads and stuff. It is a great way to move things, which I don't mind. Somebody told me that a friend, she had a business and she was spending $10 every time she posted to get ads to show to people. And she made a mistake and she spent $100 with one post and it went viral. And suddenly she has so much work that she has to hire contractors because she has all these clients coming at once asking her to solve her problems. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, once you have an established channel and you see that one video it has an impact on people and it's making their lives better, then you can spend money and run ads on it because you want to help people. You want your message to reach the right people. It's not about making money or becoming a millionaire. For me, it's about connecting to people and finding the right people that resonates with you. And in this time and age, we are so isolated that this is kind of the only way to reach out other human beings, which is ridiculous. But it's the truth. If you want to find things, you have to be online, period. That's the reality of our existence right now. So anyway, I'm excited. By the way, I'm celebrating that I've been sticking to this plan since the beginning of January. Showing up every day, doing live streaming at 3 p.m. regardless of what I have between hands. It's like, this is going to happen every day for the rest of the year. Hopefully for the rest of a lot of years. But then I'm going to have these other 3 channels. So that's going to be interesting. Posting at least once a week for each one and delivering something of value. Something that really helps people. I hate those people out there just creating content to get clients, and it's so obvious. It's like, No, please. Very interesting videos, very interesting catch taglines or whatever. But at the end, they are selling you something. It's like, oh, by the way, um, join my whatever or pay me for this, and it's so obvious. It's like, oh gosh, I don't like it. Um, that's not me for sure. I know that people need to make money because their livelihood depends on it, but at the same time, are you really serving others or not? To me, that's the question. Is this gonna help people? Is this gonna make their life better? Or this is about you making money? Yeah, that's my view on it. But anyway, and then in terms of health, I'm doing this other program at the same time. They all started in January, and I decided to do everything because one thing builds upon the other, and if one area of your life is not working, it's going to affect all the rest of the areas of your life. So because I'm so ambitious and I want to do all the things, I need quality in my health, mental health and physical health, so I can do all the things that I want to do. And I joined this group that is going to do cleanses and stuff like that to shift my metabolism so I can get rid forever, once and for all, of pain, aches, lethargy, and mental fog. And believe it or not, I do suffer a lot of, I have a lot of pain. I have a lot of pain in my body. Sometimes it gets like to a 9 of pain and it's overwhelming. So, and there's no particular place, or I don't take painkillers. I do endure it, but it's not fun when it's always, you know. I can have maybe 3 days out of the month where I feel okay, and those days I'm like exploding with energy and excited and happy and I'm myself, and then after those 3 days is downhill. It's downhill. It's like just suffering and pain and aches, and my mood changes because when you're suffering, you cannot see things with a bright eye. So I joined this group, and I'm following, I would say, to a 90% the recipes, and the recipes are amazing. Sometimes I have my hiccups here and there, but I now know how to fix them. And I know that when I stick to things, they take time, but eventually they stay. Last year, I did Wild Fit inside of Mind Body, and it was like a 3 months program, very intensive, but it gave me results because once and for all, I was able to quit dairy, I was able to quit processed sugar, I was able to quit gluten foods, even peanuts, which I didn't think it was a problem. I was able to quit. Oh, of course, like junk food. Never mind. That's not even part of my life. So it helped me to quit a lot of things because they give you recipes and they teach you the principles and they guide you through the psychology of food and how to deal with the different types of hungers. And it's such a robust program. More importantly, we had a coach calls twice a week, and they would go for 2 hours. So they are answering everybody's questions, holding everybody's hand, and then as a group, we were like, we're gonna do this together. So when somebody starts wavering, we support them when they go ranting about, hey, I'm suffering because I cannot eat, a piece of chocolate cake, and we go, hold in there, we're gonna help you. And we did a lot of things to support each other. So having that community was super important. And I was so lucky because they did that program one time and that's it. And they did it for free for Mind Valley members. So I was like, man, I got this thing that is super valuable in the right moment for me, and it didn't cost me a penny. Ain't that insane? It's like, oh my God. The universe, when you're aligned with stuff, it happens. It definitely happens. So after that, I realized that for me in particular, I'm very feisty person, and I had a lot of resistance to not listening to my body. So I was like, okay, this person is saying that I should do this, but my body's telling otherwise. And I always go with what my body tells me. So I follow one of the coaches, Carrie, and she has her own program, which is way gentler and more spiritual driven, less mechanical, less science based, and more spiritual driven. And I did her first basic program, and it was amazing. It really shifted my mindset around food, and I was like, I can do this because my identity shifted. I don't feel the need of thinking deprivation or scarcity when it comes to food. It's like I have a choice, and I choose not to eat this stuff because I feel like crap later. And my body is my temple. I don't want to put junk, garbage in my temple. So that was a huge improvement for me. And then what happened to the music? And then I decided to go for her more advanced program, because I could see the momentum, and I was like, this is not the moment for me to stop. This is the moment to say yes and jump. And I'm so glad I did it because it is just freaking amazing, the improvements that I see happening. And then the recipes, I mean, foods that I never tried before, things that I never think you could put together. Um, Suddenly they are super tasty, and my body loves it. My body's like, give me more of that. Dates, I never liked dates. And they say, well, if you feel like the desire of eating something sweet, eat dates with, almond butter. And I was like, dang it, that's probably like bleh. And then I eat it, and it's like, oh my god, this is so good. My body really likes it. And I need to buy more, by the way, because I overload on dates the other day. But it's good because instead of grabbing a bag of chips and feeling like you're eating a full bag of chips and it's not getting you anywhere in terms of satiation and filling you up, I ate maybe 10 dates, and I was like, oh, that was amazing. And I don't need to eat it anymore because it's very filling. So I'm just discovering all these recipes, and the good thing is that you have the program, you have the recipes, you can run it again and again for the rest of your life. So I'm excited about all the good stuff, and the things that I want to engage with. Very happy with the possibilities and helping my friends, because that was one of the things that I was lacking last year. It was a sense of belonging and having friends that you have a relationship with them that goes deeper, that is not superficial, that is not the typical I see you when I see you thing. It's like, no, we are going to make the commitment of meeting this time every week, at the same time, and we're gonna develop this, right? And people were like, yes, let's do this. And apparently humans need that. Humans need to have that consistency in relationships, and knowing that somebody else know their journey, somebody else know what they're going through, and witnessing their storyline, their adventures, their journey. And it's funny because in this meeting, I was the main, the consistent variable in the formula, because I gathered all the people and I said, do you want to do this with me? And they were like, yes. And they all said, what are you talking about? We always thought that you knew what you wanted and that you had your shit together. And I said, yes, I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was. I knew what I wanted to do. But I was always pursuing the external validation of what the world considers to be success, instead of listening to myself and being like, do I need that? Is that my true expression? Is this coming from my heart, or is it coming from my ego? And with art, there's always a part of you that is heart, but for me it was a lot of about technical execution when it came to art, like proof that I am very good at understanding how to use the tools, and creating really cool stuff and creative ideas, and all that is good and dandy. But it was not my own voice. It's not something that it comes only from me. I was relying in technology to solve a lot of problems, and now it's like, no, I don't need to rely on technology. I just need to understand the concepts, and that only comes with studying consistently and being under mentors and having the mentors pointing to you what you're not understanding or missing in your understanding of art or business or your life, personal life. I am a growth person, so when there's something that I don't know, I don't understand, I find a teacher and I ask the teacher, teach me this, right? It's like, I learned that in anything in life, if you want to get results, you need to have a mentor, a coach directly working with you and pointing into the right direction. If you want to get the results quicker, if you want to spend a lot of time getting yourself nowhere, good luck with that. I've been doing that for all my life and it doesn't help you at all. So it's like, if there's something you really want to achieve, yes, you need to make the investment, the commitment of time, the decision of implementing things and going through it, and that's it. There's no way around it. And also try to have fun while doing that. Sometimes some activities or some homework is so boring, it really kills my entire spirit. It's like, oh my god, this is so freaking boring for me. So what I do, I try to gamify it or bring something that stimulates me, because boring stuff and me, we don't hang out. I'm not a boring type of person. I know that people should find enjoyment in many activities, but that's not me. I need to have fun in some matter, or I just hate the whole process. Oh, another thing, I help one of my anatomy teachers. Well, my one anatomy teacher. I help him to finish a book. He needed to do some illustrations, but he had some health issues, and I help him to finish that. So the book is gonna come up, I think soon. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come out, and I will show the illustrations that I made for the book. That's cool, right? That I participated in that project, which is a very cool project, and I'm part of the ecosystem of my teacher, Ray Bustos. And then I'm trying to help him with a lot of things. Every time he's like, oh, I'm stuck with this, I need to get this done, it's like, I'm going to help you with that, because I have a very selfish agenda, and it's that I want him to do Imaginatomy 2 workshop. And we already discussed ideas of, this is what we can do. And he's like, oh, I like that idea. And I said, yes, let's do this. So every time he kind of says, oh, well, this is getting in my way and this is getting in my way. And I understand, because he lost everything in the Eaton fire in California. So of course he has to deal with a lot of crap. And those things, they take time and they're frustrating and all those things. So if I can help him with something, I'm like on it, because I want him to be like, and now I have the time and the space to do the workshop. So that's the aim, to convince him and get everything resolved, that he will structure that anatomy workshop. And I'm going to be the first student to sign up, because I requested it and I'm helping him to build it. And then I said to him, I want to have this crochet done, because it was kind of like a prerequisite for building your figure in real life with the wiring and the structure. And I told him, you know what, I'm gonna do my creature that I designed for the Imaginatomy workshop one, which is like a spider bird. I want to build it, but I want to build it to real size. So I'm gonna get the very fun, very tiny, fine detailed tools to achieve that, because I don't want to make it big. It's gonna look too, I don't know, disgusting if you make like a big, huge tarantula. But if you make it small and cute like a birdie, it can be really, really attractive. And I was like, oh, I want to try that. But at the same time, I told him I can also work on the digital artwork, and I can do it 2D, because I'm learning the skills to render my ZBrush projects into 2D format. so I can sculpt it in ZBrush and really understand the mechanics and everything is assembled correctly. But then I render it 2D, and that's something else that I wanted to learn how to do. So I'm excited. I'm excited about all the cool things that I'm gonna be working on. And then I'm thinking about scheduling different projects, so I'm moving everything forward. So probably Fridays I'm gonna be doing more texture work, experimenting with molding paste and mixing things and see how make it grudgy, make it like textural. I really love that stuff. And I want to try kind of like Daniel Bilm's approach. You create a texture, you stain it, and then based on what you see there, you start building the things that you're seeing, kind of like a dreamy recognition pattern. But that would be more my fun time, meditative time that I'm going to be engaging for art exploration. Because everything that I'm doing so far is very like specific, technical. Like I want to learn all the steps and stages to render something to a specific quality, and that's all cool. And I'm learning different tools, but I also want to have a space where it's just whatever it happens, and really enjoy that and connect with that subconscious and allow the process to go or emerge. So those are the things that I'm thinking about. I also talk with my group, pyrography group, and I kind of convinced the founder Vasha from Woodburn Corner to have live streaming. Maybe if she doesn't want to do every Thursday, which I'm up for that, at least once a month have like a live streaming for people that are not in the club. Within the club, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of golden nuggets, there's a lot of knowledge for people that want to turn pyrography into a business. Definitely. And I wanted to work on my pyrography projects too, so I was like, okay, Thursdays are going to be for wood burning, and if I can do the live streaming from Google Meets, I'm okay with that. I don't mind it. It's just to focus on the different projects that I want to move forward. So yeah, that's the whole idea of what I've been thinking. And then with Beat Saber, it's kind of like my downtime to have fun. I love Beat Saber. I love seeing people doing Beat Saber. It's a niche community, but I'm gonna bring something new, I guess. First, I'm Cuban, so I could name it like Cuban whatever, Beat Saber. Not like another American person, but oh, this is a Cuban that is doing Beat Saber. Like, what's up with that? And then I just want to have fun and learn a little bit of choreography steps to bring into the maps. So when you play a song, you're not just doing whatever you want to do. It's kind of like, okay, I learned these steps from the original song choreography, and I'm going to implement them inside the play. So there's a little bit of more purpose behind it, and I'm training myself right now to do that, to be able to dance and move at the same time that I'm hitting the right marks in the right timing. It takes some effort. It's not as easy. I'm still learning because there are some tricks to it. It's not as simple as people think. So I'm excited about that. The only thing that I need to get is a green screen, because supposedly everything else is just connecting the tools and the technology and then doing it. So I'm excited about that. And yes, I just want to get that channel going on. And then I created an Instagram account, and I want to have some YouTube videos too, because people use YouTube as a search tool. I want to have some videos for Qigong, because I want to teach Qigong regularly. My idea is to teach Qigong, if I can, every day of the week, 10 a.m. and do it for 30-45 minutes. 45 minutes is my best time, because I get to put a lot of things in 45 minutes. And I think people get to a full cycle with it. It can be done in 30 minutes, but my idea is to teach it every day in the morning, because then I get my own personal practice. I teach it, I get paid, everybody gets that really healthy, I wouldn't call it workout, but really healthy approach to their bodies. Usually people do yoga, bar, Pilates, and those are strenuous for the body. Not everybody can start there, but Qigong, anybody can do Qigong. So it's like, yeah, Qigong is a really great place to start if you don't have the conditions to do crazy things. And if you want to have really good outcomes with the investment of time and the investment of energy and force and all the stuff. So I love Qigong because I personally have so much pain that every time I do something a little more excessive, I have joint pain for the rest of the month. So when I do Qigong, it's like, oh, okay, that's not as terrible as the other practices that I undergo. So yeah, that's my ranting for today. I think I cover everything, like the meals, the healthy recipes. Another thing is like I joined a platform. It's really cool. And the lady, you pick the recipes, and then you have the main recipes, and then you have the leftover recipes from the first meal. And she's a chef, so the food is great, but it's healthy food, mainly veggies, not extra junk. And then you create this meal mapper, then you put the meals, you decide, to cook on Sunday, the majority of your food, and then you have, the leftovers reinvention recipes. And you pick what you want to eat. It's great. It really saves you so much time because you kind of pick intuitively. It will create a PDF with the right amounts and the ingredients and the shopping list, and then you can print the recipes. And it saves you a lot of money because, yeah, you go to the store and instead of buying like 1,000 different things, you just buy those things. And then the meal, the cooking is kind of all done on Sunday. So that has been also super helpful for me to get over the resistance of meal prepping on Sundays. At the beginning, it was such a hard thing for me to overcome. And it was a mindset shift. I decided that instead of feeling like it's so unfair that I have to do this, why it cannot be simpler? Why, instead of going through that rant, it was more like I get to have fun and take care of my body and take care of my health. And I can make it fun. When you do meal prep, you can dance, you can play music, and you just get it done, right? It's like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, at least I'm gonna have fun with it. And also shift your identity to, oh, I enjoy doing this because that means I'm taking care of my body, I'm taking care of my family's health, and we're all gonna eat really good quality food with really good flavors. So that's another thing that it has changed for me. A lot of good changes, for sure. So, supposedly, my teacher said that this elbow is way too thick. That usually the elbow is like two-thirds wide compared to the knee width. So I think I need to take a little more off this part. Yeah. Oh, another thing, I've been decluttering little bits at the time, just picking like a small place and say, okay, how can I improve organization here instead of like going, let's do the entire room. It's like, okay, just do one little bit at the time. Because when you do that, at the end of the year, it's going to be like, it is done. But you have to do it consistently. And I've been doing that. So that's also something that in the past, even in 2025, it would have been horrible for me to achieve. And now it's like, oh, I'm doing it, right? It's like, yes, I'm doing it. Something that helped me was the app. Marie Diamond, she has an app and she has meditations and stuff like that, and you can light up a candle and make your decluttering like a spiritual ritual. And you might be thinking, why would I like to do that? Well, because for me, rituals they put me in a good vibe, in a good frequency. And if I turn an activity into a ritual and I kind of connect to intuition with, okay, what is it that is telling me that I need to put here or remove from this space? It makes it like a more engaging experience for me instead of something that it is annoying. And on the other hand, I have a great family member that she helps me to get over the hump. When I'm overwhelmed, like I don't even know where to start, she's like, okay, let's do this on this. She's great at it. So I also have that coaching, let's say, that helps a lot. Because sometimes you're just like, oh shit, I just want to get this done. And you don't want to think, because at that point it's like you're too tired to make those decisions. So what I've been doing lately is like, okay, what thing can I do now? So let's say I get to my bathroom and I look at a thing, I'm like, okay, this is not done. What can I do? So I go online, I ask ChatGPT, what do you think should I put here, following the Feng Shui rules of Mighty Diamond? And he goes, yeah, you should put this there. And I say, okay, what dimensions? And he's like, well, the interior design rules say this X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, find me that product online. And it will kind of find you something, and then I will ask it, okay, what are the things that I need to keep in mind to get a better product? And it will tell me, okay, keep these things in mind when you search. That makes the whole ordeal so much faster. And I know some people might be like gasping because it's like, oh my God, you're using AI for such a stupid thing. It's like, yeah, you know why? Because I need to move forward with stuff. And AI gets me unstuck. AI helps me move forward. And it's a great tool for research, because when you go online and you research something, there are so many ads and so much junk getting in the way of you and your outcome that to me it was frustrating. It was just plainly frustrating. With AI now, it's like, hey, find me the right thing right now. And you just let it do its job for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on how deep the research goes. And then it finds what you need, or at least pretty close. And I'm like, yes, that's what a search engine should do, instead of like filling up answers with a bunch of crap and pay ads and scams and garbage. It's like, oh my God, I'm done with this. Right now, AI, they are not using ads in it. I assume in the future they will. But if I have to pay to get rid of the ads, I will definitely pay. And that's a lesson learned from the real world, is that free stuff doesn't exist. And when they clutter it with ads, trying to sell you junk is detrimental for you. So it's better to pay for a subscription and just get rid of the ads, because a lot of ads are plainly scams. They're just scams. People trying to trick you, and it's like, it's not worth it. And I don't know why people think, I mean, unless the government wants to subsidize the internet so we can have everything for free, we still have to pay for it. So there's no way around it. So yeah, I'm very happy that I said yes. Actually, it was at the end of 2024. I think it was in November. I signed up for the 2 masteries. I mean, only 2 credits, not a specific masteries. But saying yes to 1 mastery opened the door to WildFit with the cohort. That was for free. And then there was a mastery that it didn't align, and was the mastery that I wanted to begin with, but it didn't align on time with the WildFit quest. So I missed the window to sign up for it. And then they said, oh, you have to wait next year. So at that point, I'm like, okay, which mastery should I take now? And I was like, I knew that there were 2 things in life that didn't work for me. One was technology, and the other one was spirituality. There were these 2 things that I couldn't make work. So I was like, okay, I'm going to learn what this AI is all about and see if it's going to solve all my tech problems. And it did. Best investment ever, because I was very skeptical, and I was like, okay, let's see what this AI is about. And then I was mind blown by what AI can do. When it's used correctly, it's insane. It's like the future. We are already in the future. The stuff that I used to see in sci-fi movies, it exists right now. So I love that aspect of it. And there's a lot of crap and garbage out there when it comes to AI, but it's the same with anything. But overall, that decision really made a difference for me. It was like 5 to 6 months, and they were so worth it in so many levels. And then I signed up for spiritual mastery because manifesting mastery, I was like, I'm unsure about that one. And I decided to use my credit for manifesting mastery. And I'm so happy I did it. So happy because it is awesome. It is really what I needed. And now I'm manifesting the manifesting mastery. Like, I need to find a way to attract the manifesting mastery to me. Because I know that's the next step for me. So, yes, that's the news. And overall, I noticed a difference in my desire of participating in life. Before, I was so freaking depressed. Every time I woke up in the morning, I dreaded the day. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be such a hard day. Because I felt it. I felt so moody and just black. I felt like, just black. My inner state was awful. So every time that I woke up, it was like, let me see how can I mask how bad I feel. How can I mask it so nobody can see it, or at least be the victim of my misery? Because when you are miserable, like it or not, it's gonna permeate into other people's existence. And I noticed that I didn't want to be that person, so I was like, no, I need to hide away. I need to cover as much as I can my misery, my disgust for this existence. And now I'm in such a different spectrum. When I woke up in the morning, when I wake up, it's like, oh yes, like these are the possibilities. These are the things that can work out. And even if they don't work out, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride. In terms of people, in terms of things that I want to accomplish. And the difference, because in the meanwhile, when my business coaches, they ask me, why do you want to do this? What is the revenue? How you're going to make money out of it? I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to make money out of it. I just know that I want to do it. And the reasons why I want to do it, they are not directly related to making money. And they're like, why are you going to invest time on that? And I'm like, because I want to do it. Like, why are we going in? It's because they are so excited about making money that whatever comes after that is collateral, because the driver for them is like, I want to make money. And for me, it's like, I want to do what I want to do. And then if the money comes, I'm good with that, But it's not like saying, I'm going to say no to this idea or this inner desire that I have just because I'm supposed to make decisions based on how to make money, because that never worked for me. Never. Never worked for me. And I'm tired of doing the same stupid stuff again and again. So it's like, no, not going to happen anymore. I'm going to follow my instincts, follow my heart, do the things that I'm passionate about it, even if I don't know how to monetize them. And then opportunities will show if people enjoy it, if people see a value, whatever. But I'm not going to stress more about the whole, because that was for me the main blockage, was the whole concept of how to monetize it. Like, if you don't have a clear path of value and monetization, then you don't have a business. And then I'm like, I don't know about that. You have an idea, you can make it happen, and if people like it, then you can make money out of it eventually. Like, you could figure it out, but in the moment, first you need to test the idea and see if it's something that people like. Other people are like, no, you don't need to test the idea. You can use the value proposition canvas and ask people if they're willing to give you money based on that. And I'm like, why would people give me money if they don't know that this is valuable for them? First, I need to give them the value, show them this is possible. And then they decide if they got value out of it or not, right? It's like you need to test the waters first, because maybe this is not for you, and that's okay. But anyway, I'm learning and I'm open to new insights. And Ivan has helped me tremendously to find my inner voice. Because sometimes you have so many people giving you the same advice, and you think, I might be dumb because this is not aligned with what I'm feeling inside of me. And now when I do a work with him, it's like, no, this is who you are. This is the real you. This is what you need to do. And when you do it, you're gonna see that things are gonna work for you, because you're being coherent with who you are. The problem is that a lot of people are not being coherent. They are trying all these formulas and going against their principles or against their values. And then people can feel that, people can smell it, and it doesn't work, right? Especially when it comes to business, I noticed that there's this trend of coaches that they say, oh, you can ask thousands of dollars for your coach and you just need access to the high tier clients. And I'm like, no, first you need to develop the skills to deliver a ton of value, so the high tier clients are going to come to you because they can see that you're a badass. But if you just deliver generic value and your clients don't get results, they're not going to put a word for you out there. They're not going to say, hey, this person really solved the problem. So I hate those, business coaches that they bring the same formula for everybody. It's like, oh, you just ask for more money. And it's like, no, you have to get results. You can have all these tricks under your sleeve, but if the client doesn't get the results because you weren't able to adapt and understand your client, then you don't have the skills to ask for more money. It's all results oriented, right? You need to deliver results. So that's another of the things that I figure out on my own without anybody telling me. It's like, it's all about people getting results, period. I've been talking non-stopping, so now I'm trying to figure out how can I make this look cute. I'm trying to make this elbow the best. I'm trying to make this humorous the best humorous in the story of Humor Eye. Trying to make it just exactly like in the image here. Thank you for being here, because these endeavors, they can get very boring. Very boring. At least I'm having a nice conversation, monologue, but conversation, because somebody's listening with you. It's going to make a difference. For me and for you, because maybe you are getting some answers to your own decisions or the things that you want to do. Maybe getting inspired to take on something. I have a friend, she is, and I think it's a generational problem, exposure to, but mainly that I have a couple of older friends. They're in the 50s, 60s, and they struggle with the whole social media stuff because they have to be in front of a camera. They have the skills to create courses, but then the whole getting in front of the camera is a problem. And I hope that they're gonna get over it, but I kind of send them some advice on how to get over it, because different generations struggle with different things. I think they are struggling with the whole idea of, how do I look in front of the camera? Do I look ridiculous? Do I look this? Do I look that? And they get that self-awareness or, imposter syndrome. And I'm like, hey, join my little thing on YouTube so you can see that it's not a big deal. It's not this big problem. It's very simple. Just talk to people like if they were there with you, and you're doing a service. You're helping them. You can give them answer to their questions, or in her case, she's a coach, so She wants to help them, right? So it's super important to communicate properly to them and feel the warmth of the intention behind the camera. And the same here. I was having a little bit of arguments with a couple of teachers that they were saying, "Why do you want to do a community? Why do you want to create, live streaming of your art studio?" And I was like, "Because I want to connect with people. Period. I want people to know that they can find me every day of the week at the same time in the same spot, and if they want to talk about something, they can talk about that thing." Or even accountability. Maybe they are quietly thinking about undertaking some art project, and now they can hang out with me, listen to my rambling, and get some stuff done. I had another girl that she was so great. She jumped in and she used the time and the music I was playing to declutter. She was just getting rid of a bunch of shoes, and she asked me, "Hey, what do you think? What should I do about these shoes?" And I was like, "Just keep the ones that you really use, throw the in between, and keep the high fancy ones that you use once a year because they really spark joy in your heart, and you know that you feel amazing when you wear them, but you're gonna wear them every day. So just keep those, and the rest that is in between, just send them to Goodwill or something." And she did that, and I was just doing my art and she was doing her declutter, and it worked fantastically for both of us. Well, I'm gonna play some music. I don't know why these live streaming playlists, they are so short, extremely short. You see, it's like 20 songs. Apparently, maybe a gameplay just need 20 songs or something like that. Streamer friends. Let's see this one. What it offers. Okay. This candle smells amazing. This is a friend of mine. If you want her contact, Barbara, she makes these candles and she should sell them because they are amazing. I already told her that once I run out of candles, she needs to make more for me, and I'm gonna pay for that because they are just best thing ever. Really good stuff. If you wanna talk, type it on the chat because I see people watching, but I don't know if who is watching what. If they're even watching or listening to all my celebration list of good stuff happening. I wonder how is the month gonna keep going, because I think today is it today? No, tomorrow we're gonna have the full moon, but we're almost there. And I'm feeling pretty good emotionally, so that's great. Last full moon was a little tough for me in terms of energy. It felt heavy. Not as terrible as before, but it still felt a little emotionally heavy for me. So this one apparently is gonna be good. And every month has its signature. So January has been pretty good for me. Pretty good. I'm looking forward for. Oh, we are February already. But just having the routine, the schedule, and knowing that I'm progressing a little bit at the time is helping me a lot, because I was feeling so miserable with the procrastination. And now having this accountability with you, that you show up to the live streams and I have to show up, is helping me to progress, and it's taking a lot of burden out of my shoulders, because it's like I'm doing the things that I wanted to do. And for my projects, majority of my projects are like study, studying, learning. I want to allocate the time on Fridays to exploration and expression, like playfulness. So that's another huge milestone for me, because I was so reluctant of doing that, and I was like, I think there's value in showing that other part of art making that people maybe they don't show. It's like the ideation phase, or the intuition, or a vibe, a mood. So, and then I'm also taking the time to go through my gazillion courses, because I'm a course hoarder. I have so many courses, and it's like, okay, this year I'm gonna finish all the training. I'm gonna do all the projects. By the way, I have to do my perspective project that is gonna start soon. And I'm gonna do it this Friday. I'm gonna just allow my imagination to run wild. We are supposed to create like this art studio, like imagination art studio. Not the real stuff, but what would be a very cool studio to have. So yeah, that is the homework from my teacher, Marshall Van Roof. And I think it's because he wants to get people excited about learning perspective. This second part of the perspective course is going to be the hardest one, because instead of the theory is the application of these annoying rules and all these steps that you have to do in order to get a good rendering. So he wants people to have that motivation based on that imagination piece of creating something really, really cool. Like the perfect imagination. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Oh, let's see if I can fix it. Because there is this connection between one part and the other. And then I practice Kung Fu in Wake Forest, right? And I've been doing it for 3 years. I have done Kung Fu before. I did a year in another school when I was living in Orlando. And I always really loved Kung Fu because it's such a complicated martial art. And the first 3 years have in learning Kung Fu has been like painful for me, extremely painful, because there was a lot of memory use instead of like feeling the movements, which I was accustomed from my previous school, that we will focus on doing the same 3 movements 1,000 times so we get the feel in the body, and they will go very minute into these muscles engaged and the hips are doing this, and it really helped me to get it energetically. It's like, oh, I get it, I can feel it. This other school, they wanted everybody to get up to speed with the black belt program, and there was a lot of memory involved, which for me was just the worst. So painful, but at the end of the day I persevere. I put so many hours and effort, and of course I always have angels and people helping me, people that want me to get forward in life. My teacher helped me, and my senpai Michelle helped me too with the memory and all the things, but mainly the memory. It was like memorizing all that stuff was like horrible for me. But now I'm feeling more confident when it comes to the learning it, because I'm focusing more on the feeling. Like, what does it feel like? It has a lot of imagination. It has a lot of relaxation, flexibility. That is the things that I like, the things that I find they are more natural for me. So I'm enjoying my Kung Fu now, my Kung Fu training. And I can see myself becoming good at it. But most importantly, one of the dreams I have, that of course right now, I don't know how to make it happen. Maybe AI is gonna allow me to get there. I haven't found the tool yet, but it's all about thinking about it, and you will come up with ideas of how to solve it. I want to do choreographies based on Kung Fu martial arts moves, but based on a song, and do a film, like a short film, using movements and creating my own choreography to express what is in the song. So there's a little bit of dancing, but I also want to have like a clean technique that people can look at and be like, oh yeah, that looks like martial arts, right? I don't want to be like showing something really amateurish. So that's also my bucket list. I started the project a while back, maybe a year ago. Yeah, it was a year, more than a year ago, and I have all the files and everything, but I was struggling with the confidence of, can I pull this off? Can I really make this happen? Because I don't know anything about choreography. I don't know anything about dancing. I just have this idea of a song that I love, and I have the visions, like the little scenes in my brain of, oh, this would be cool here, and this is the camera, and the camera is gonna be in this angle. If my friend Tiffany was here, it would be super easy to do because she's a genius. I would be like, okay, Tiffany, let's do this thing, and we will just do it. And then she will edit it together and it will look amazing. But because she is in Orlando and she has a gazillion other things to do, it's kind of hard. So I need to gain the confidence and the skills to say, yeah, I can do it on my own. So that's also my bucket list of things that I want to accomplish in the next 5 years. Although I have more time because I am only 42. I'm gonna be 43. So I have 7 years to figure it out before I'm 50. And why 50 is a problem? There's no problem with 50. It's just I always put myself these age guidelines to things that I want to achieve in this amount of time, to give me a sense of if I'm moving fast enough or not, or if I'm on track. Okay. This is tough. This is tough to do. This is why artists, they need to have real models. The people that render bones really well, they have a model in front of them. Because doing it based on images, flat images, is so hard. It's very hard. And I'm just being overly anal about my little humorous that I've been working on forever. Oh good lord. This is funny. Every t-shirt I have, they say, you're a perfectionist. And I always think, I'm not. And then everybody's like, yes, you're a perfectionist. And apparently I am, because they are all saying the same thing. You're too detail-oriented, or you don't let go, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I want to look at it and feel happy about it. Like, dang it, I did that, right? It's like, it's not half done cook. It is completely full cook. And I remember having this conversation with a friend that she's like, oh, I have an artist and she's losing the steam of creating art because of all these demands of the business. And I said, you know, art for me is the one place where I get to do what I want to do to completion. In so many other areas of your life, you always have to negotiate or give up halfway, or deliver like half-done results because there's a time deadline. But when it comes to art, that's where you can go like full 100% you and say, I know when I end. I know what is the finish line for me. And until I don't get there, this is not done. And that's what I love about creative projects. Crafting or art or hobbies is like, just have the ownership of do it under your own principles of what you want to do. If it's going to take what it's going to take, I don't care. That's what the piece demands, you know. That's what finished piece, what I consider something finished, demands. If it takes me 2 years, it's going to take me 2 years, period. A lot of artists have a bunch of pieces that they put on a corner because they don't know how to solve it, and then they spend 2 years, 3 years on another one, and they come back and they have a bunch of things going at once. Because art is about growth. And if you get stuck because there's a missing piece, you won't be able to finish the piece, at least in a coherent way, So yes, put it to the side and go to the next thing that you can work on. What? You said you are, ha ha ha. You are what? Crazy? You need to go deeper. My tongue doesn't get tired. I've been speaking since I came here. Since I turned on the camera, I've been talking non-stoppingly. What time is it? Let me see, what time is it? Oh my god, I started at 3 p.m. Well, 3:05. And it's 4:47. I've been speaking for almost 2 hours non-stoppingly. Yes, you missed the whole speech of the news. I don't know if you were there, but you missed the whole speech about the amazing stuff that is happening in my life and why I'm feeling happy. I know there's a bunch of WhatsApp messages. Oh, my humorous is humorous. Oh my god, that's such a bad joke, and everybody makes that joke, right? Yes, I know. I've been working on this humorous for forever. I'm gonna erase it and start all over again, because the more you work on something, the more you derail and lose track, and then it's like, oh, I need to start all over again. Wouldn't that be painful? I know that I have done that before, so I wouldn't be surprised if I do it this time. If I don't feel happy about it, I trash it and start all over again. Not the first time I have done it. Okay. So, what are the news? What are the news? I think the chat is not saved. So whatever you type, it's not gonna stay on the internet. The only thing that stays are the comments. Okay. I wasn't here, but it's great to see you, honey. Rule 23. I should laugh, not here. Haha. It's my studio. At school, yes. Here, no. I should bring my daddy jokes. I have a book for daddy jokes, and it's called The Good, the Bad, and the Terrible. And I read it at the end of each Qigong class that I teach. I read those because laughter is the best Qi medicine. So I read it to my seniors, and they're always like, oh my god, that's so bad. I'm like, it's so bad, but at the same time it's funny because so silly. They're really silly. Some of them are really good, some of them are like terrible, just plain terrible. You should have a book reading about that, like the jokes to make on class. That would be a good bestseller. It's like a book on jokes for martial arts. to make it. Oh my goodness. Temperature here is still good. I've been coming here Saturday, Sunday, and when the sun went, it was freezing. I couldn't stay here. I would go home and I'm like with hypoglycemia. It's like, oh my god, there's not enough glucose in my body to keep me warm. All my calories and all the energy is being just taken away by the cold. And I have this split unit. It can keep it nice when the sun is out, but the moment the sun sets, it's a freezer. Like, I cannot do anything about it. It just gets frozen in here. Yeah, I was talking about the moon. That this time the full moon is being nice to me. It's like, oh, it's a happy full moon. I don't know. It's probably January. The constellations of January, they're aligned for me. I had a meeting with all my friends that I put a mastermind little club together to get artists moving forward. My friend girls that they feel stuck when it comes to their art. And we had our first encounter yesterday, and people were okay with it. They were like, oh, I can see the value on meeting and having this space, because there's a lot of similarities but different types of arts. And I have a friend that she's a filmmaking and actress. There's another one that she's a photographer, and then the other one is an artist that she wants to have her own business selling her art. So it's like, nice. We're all kind of in the same space, more or less. And having that community is great. It's great to know that we are all having the same challenges and we can overcome them together. What I'm gonna need from you is a list of the songs that you have online to see if they are available in Spotify and for better quality, so I can play them here in my art studio. Oh boy. Rule 23. Yep, Rule 23. So Rule 23 is that everybody has to laugh at what the teacher said in our Kung Fu school. Even if it is terrible, you have to say ha 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 ha. Rule 23. You have to laugh. So yeah. Yeah, looking good, looking sexy. Look at that. Supposedly this bone needs to be skinnier. Yeah. Crazy, crazy. Do you want to share your news? Your good news? I'm curious. What are your good news? I've been sharing my good news for almost 2 hours, so I would love to hear other people's successes. Yeah, it's supposed to be a very skinny bone. This one is not skinny at all. Oh no. No, no, no. No, it's not. No, it's not very skinny, but I can do this. Yay. Oh, good lord. Okay. Okay, I'm getting to the point that, yeah, I need to move forward. Pretty much move forward with life, because we cannot stay here doing the same thing forever and ever and forever and ever and ever. I will in person. There's good news for you. See you at the school. Are you coming tomorrow or Thursday? I'm coming tomorrow and Thursday if the winter allows it. Yeah, you see, on Saturday I was expecting sitting around like, okay, it's snowing. It didn't snow. Snow, no, it's not snowing. It took forever for the snow to fall. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't trust the weather advice, right? I could have gone to school, literally. It didn't mess the streets, so that was frustrating for me. I was like, oh gosh, I could have gone to school on Saturday and even stay forever, right? I could have stayed and nothing happened. Yeah, don't trust the weathermen. Not their fault, but yeah. And they're like, oh, don't get out, don't get out. Actually, everybody was having like winter, and Raleigh was, nothing was happening in Raleigh. Everybody else was having snow. Yeah, so I see you at school. I'm about to wrap it up at 5 because I have some AI stuff that I need to get done, and a lot of homework, things that I promised I would do and I haven't done. And today is like, today they're gonna be done. I'm gonna get everything ready. All the procrastination is not gonna continue happening. So, oh, there are good news for me. I thought the good news were for you. Oh, I'm curious, really curious. What is good news for me? I love it. That sounds great. Hopefully this Qigong work at a time that I can do, hopefully. Yes, I want to teach Qigong. I'm addicted to Qigong. The more you do it, the more you enjoy it. Oh my god, that music is awful. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. Yeah, I want to play your song, your piano songs. They're gonna be more aligned with what I'm doing here. The musicscapes, right? I want to try them next time. Yep. See you. See you, maestro. Well, everybody, I'm gonna stop the what time is it? Oh, give me a second. 5 p.m. So I've been here for 2 hours standing. My body is feeling it. So I'm gonna finish for today. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, here in Rolesville, I have my art studio, and I just live stream from my art studio what I'm working on from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. depending on the day. Right now, because there's no school, we don't have any extracurricular activities on Mondays, so I can stay longer. Other days I have to leave earlier because of family responsibilities. But you can show up and come in here anytime on weekdays. Anytime, I mean 3 p.m. on weekdays when I'm live streaming. And you're free to ask questions or hang out or stay quiet listening to the music, work on other stuff. You can do whatever you want to do. I appreciate the company, and I appreciate having this space for people to hang out, because it gets very lonely in an art studio. So thank you for the people that show up. My supporters, love you. And then I need to start promoting it locally. But if you know of people, just send them a link to this and let them know, hey, if you want to know what an artist is doing in her studio in Rolesville, just join in the live streaming and you can talk to her directly. And you can ask questions, you can get custom work done, whatever. I just love to hang out with people, and I love knowing new people. So see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Bye.